we do have a different business processes as part of your customer service or customer engagement. Now, the first and foremost thing is your customer service is basically meant for customer queries, customer interaction, customer handling. Starting from the customer enrollment, that means the first and foremost interaction with the utility company that I want to have a service at my home or my property or whatever. That's where the customer interaction starts. From that point to the end of your customer service, end of your customer service in the sense your customer requested for a move out. That means your customer terminated the contract and left to a different utility company or into a different locations. Till that point, whatever customer needs, whatever the customer support he needs, every support will be routed through customer service module. Now that customer service module, before even getting into the customer service module, we have to think of a customer service of the utility company hand. Let the customer service, how we are going to handle the customer service in the real world. As I already mentioned many times, your all all the business processes are broadly categorized into three categories: customer self-service, customer agent or a call center or a front office, and the third one is called back office. So certain utility companies, they allow a customer to handle almost all business processes, business requirements, business scenarios through the My web application, right? That means your move-ins, move-outs, transfer of services, payments, payments, customer service orders, service notifications, looking at your bills, request for an additional bill, whatever the activities a customer can handle it, everything we publish it to the web application. Certain utility companies, they don't give a move in and move out, transfer of services and all these services at the self-service. If you really want to do a move in or if you want to really do a move out, you need to reach out to an agent, right? When they say agent, that is called your customer service or a front office or a call center. Now, as of call center agents, most of the cases they might be using an application as CRM or C4C, or nowadays they are using CE. SAP is calling it as a CE, customer engagement. Whatever we used to call it as a CRM, and they say later, CRM has been replaced with C4C, and now this is being replaced by CE, customer engagement, right? That is for the agent dashboard. It doesn't matter, whatever you want, you can use it like Civil CRM or SAP CRM or Oracle CCMB or Microsoft Dynamics or whatever you want to use it, you can use it. That is your call center. The third application is called back office. The people really will have an access to IS utility application, and they can perform these activities directly in the back office, right? And the back office section is called customer service. And we are trying to achieve the same set through a back office. When it goes to front office or when it go to web application, IVR, or any other sources, it will be using a web service. We call it as a web application, web service or a function module. Here, any questions for now?
These front office, these is that like a third party solution or SAP also has its own portals
Now we
that
have SAP CRM, right?
I've not used it, so I'm just curious. That's all.
Yeah, SAP CRM we have. Nowadays we are calling it as CE, customer engagement,
And
and
these
on
have
top
very
of that it is
nice, they have very nice user interfaces which are once configured, the end user can use
so-called. That's what they normally say.
them. Okay.
And nowadays people are replacing with Salesforce. Salesforce CRM. Okay. CRM used to be like a GUI, the way how we are logging into SAP, that's used to be like a CRM. But then they came up with the web application CRM 7. And then when it comes to utilities, there was no features, there was no functionality in CRM. So they came up with the contract management. And then it came to HANA database. So they renamed it as C4C. And C4C is not that successful. So they are coming with a new provision called CE, customer engagement. Okay.
Okay.
So as part of your customer services, you will be handling business processes like move in, move out, moving out business partner, moving out premise, and temporary disconnections, temporary reconnections. The reason I used the word temporary is in SAP utilities, you'll be having, or utilities, you will be having two different disconnections or reconnections. One is disconnection due to non-pay, that is also called as disconnection due to collection strategy. So when a customer is not paying their bills on time, in SAP utilities, or in utilities, we do have a process called collections. So they follow certain rules. They send a reminder, then wait for 2 days, then send a letter, again they wait for 2 days or 3 days, and then they send a disconnection notice, and then again they'll wait for 48 hours or 2 days or 3 days, and then they send a final notice, again they'll wait for 48 hours, and then they're going to send a disconnection order. That means your service will be turned off. Whereas customer service disconnection is, it doesn't fall under that criteria. A disconnection or a reconnection is due to customer request. Let's say, for example, you have a house and you already have electricity utility. Now, I want to renovate my house, and for a certain period of time, I don't power to be turned on at my home, right? Then utility company will come and turn off the meter. That is called temporary disconnection. Yeah. Any questions so far?
Customer
That,
connection, temporary disconnection is okay. What about customer reconnection? How can it be temporary?
hmm?
Temporary disconnection is okay as per the
hmm
customer request, it can happen. But
hmm
temporary, how can a reconnection be a temporary?
Temporary reconnection is most of your electricity utility company, they also give you some equipments on rental basis. Don't think about utility companies only for residential, right? This utility company is serving commercial, industrial, all types of customers. So if I go with even if I go with the residential, I have a builder and he started constructing nowadays what they call it as gated community, right? So a construction company initiated a colony or a gated community where we have nothing. Now at that moment, in for initial setup, there is no connection, nothing has been set up, right? For the initial startup, they might be needing a temporary transformer, temporary generator, or temporary some sort of equipment. My point. So at that moment, you'll be creating a service order. Along with that, you'll be creating a temporary reconnection. I mean connection. Okay.
Perfect.
Now, so as part of your customer service, you're clear. The front office, web self-service, and then call center, which is going to be used by CRM and all the stuff, and the back office. Now we're going to use our provision of a back office. Now here, as part of your front office or a back office, creation of a business partner, creation of a contract account is basically the concept of customer service. Okay, either you do it from the back office or you do it from the front office as a CRM or a Salesforce CRM or whatever it is. In general, the business partner creation starts from your customer service. It means most of the time your business master data responsibility lies with the customer service. Your business master data information as well as your technical master data information will be maintained or created by the customer service department. Now again, in this case, if you have a new construction process, they might not be handled by the customer service. There will be a separate department for handling the new constructions. Am I clear? For a new construction, in the sense, I just took an example, right? Where you want to construct a colony, or where you want to, you are a builder, so you took a land and then your development, you took it under the development. So in that case, the connections and everything goes in a different direction because they have to apply for a bulk. First, it will be on the builder's name, and then as and when he keep on selling those properties, then it will be routed to the different business partners, right? So that process is different. I'm talking about the existing premise, and the customers are moving in, moving out, etc., etc. So you have customer service, as I said, front office, customer interaction center. These two are very old version. These are old school, like in 90s, approximately 2010, 11. In that era, we used to have a front office, CIC screen, CIC 0, and all this stuff, right? When you're using CRM as a front end or IS utilities as a back end, in those cases, we used to have a CRM, I mean, front office and CIC 0. But as I said, those has gone away now. But as part of your process execution, this is where we start working on the entire owner allocation, moving out, disconnection, reconnection, right? So these are the main business process areas for customer service. Now, as I said, customer service is also responsible to maintain the business master data. Now let's see what do you mean by business master data, and what are the different components we have under business master data. Any
Venkat, could you
questions?
go back?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Could you please go back to the SPRO screen? The configuration. Yeah. So you just told about process execution. So would you be also covering this utility customer, what is that, e-services, UCES?
What is that?
If you come down to the next tab, it says UCES, Utility Customer E-Services. What is
Mhm.
that?
No, this is not our services. These are technical services.
Okay,
Technical in
these
the
are
sense ABAP enhancements.
oh. No, because it says e-services, I was just curious. Maybe is that something, let's
No,
see.
these are
Okay.
e-services in the sense web services. These are
Oh.
baddies.
Yeah, that's what of course, because the drop down was not there. I'm watching your
Mhm.
screen. I was curious. That's it. Okay. Thank you.
All these are related to your services. So see here, you have a CRM integration. Now that's what I was saying, right? CE, they call it as CE, customer engagement, the new CIC screen, right? That is your utility CE.
Could you
So now,
expand the CRM integration, please? I'm sorry. That's all.
These are all just giving you a web services or a web piece, how you want to integrate with that. Middleware, connecting with the middleware.
And for SAP utilities, like, is there a specific term for middleware, or it's just a English word, or what is the middleware?
No, CRM has a middleware. Utilities doesn't have any middleware.
And then this middleware is a third-party tool?
No, that comes with the CRM.
The reason I ask is there is a term I heard, ALI or something, or ALM, or I'm not sure. It started with L. So I heard this long time back in a conversation. Wasn't okay.
L.
No, it's an even question. We'll come back to it later.
Okay, okay,
So
Venkat.
CRM uses middleware. Yes, CRM has a middleware because when you try to learn CRM, they say we have 5 modules or 4 modules: pre-sales, sales, sorry,
Marketing, service,
pre-sales, yeah, pre-sales, marketing, pre-sales,
service,
services. No, something I'm missing. They do only sales. They don't have shipping. They don't have billing. Of course, nowadays it can handle billing. Whatever
So
it is.
as a part of our this particular course, we will just be, when you say the CRM integration, what specifically will you be teaching us in this
No, we are
CRM?
not. We are not talking any of the CRM integrations or something.
Okay, we do not
Whatever
do.
customer services you are doing, we are handling it in the back office. Back
Okay,
office
the
team in the
CRM
sense
components. Yeah, okay, I get it.
completely
Yep.
are doing all your move-ins and move-outs using SAP standard transactions.
We do not use the whatever the customers interface they use. That is the CRM component, which eventually connects to the
Correct.
backend by middleware. Okay, yeah, makes
Correct.
sense.
So, Venkat, just for our understanding, in this customer service, we need to focus on these three, like one are schedule, what is it? Move in front office, disconnection, and reconnection. Only these three will be emphasized, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Move in, move out, transfer of service, disconnection, reconnection.
Okay.
So in simple thing, process execution.
Only process execution we need to. I mean, generally they use only this process execution in customer service.
Correct.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So logically, CRM does not have a features or a functionality, but the recent CRM, we call it as CE, that came up with an option called contract management. Other than that, there is no specific utility specific features or functionalities in CRM. Okay, let me put it in that way. Got my point? CRM is just a sales system or a services system. It is not capable to handle utility services. But recently they came up with an option called contract management where they can do a move in and a move out using CRM. But still they're going to depend on, I mean, they have to replicate it back to back office. So instead of going with CRM, we are trying to learn the same functionality using back office. Here now,
Yes, clear.
and as part of your customer services, as you are the front face of your the utility company, so that's where I said your customer service is also responsible to maintain customer master info, business master data or a business master information, right? So your customer service is responsible for maintaining BMD, Business Master Data, TMD, Technical Master Data. For a couple of people, it might be a repetitive thing, but let's go. So overall utility application, SAP IS utilities, the entire data what we maintain is broadly categorized into two sets of information. One is called BMD, Business Master Data, and the second one is called TMD, Technical Master Data. And each set of information has again components. Like if I say BMD, Business Master Data, has three components. One is your business partner, second is your contract account, the third one is called contract. Business partner, of course, we'll do in detail, but for now, business partner, the name itself is saying a partner. So when you say partner, he could be your customer, he could be your employee, he could be your installer, he could be a technician or a technical, or he could be field staff, or he could be your vendor, or he could be other utility, I mean other service providers, competitors. That's the reason we say business partner. In general, if you look at sales system, we don't call it as a business partner, we call it as a customer. But when it comes to utilities, we call it as a business partner because a business partner can perform multiple roles. Himself, he might be a vendor to your utility company by providing meters or equipments or whatever it is. He's a vendor. But at the same time, for his manufacturing unit, he is using electricity from our utility company. So he is a vendor. Again, he is a customer, right? So a business partner can perform multiple roles. That's the reason SAP gave it an option called business partner. They never say customer. The next one is your contract account. Contract account is a business agreement. Again, if you are using CRM or if you are talking to a CRM or if you are talking to a call center agent, they don't know what is contract account is. They call it as business agreement because your CRM does not have a contract account. They just call it as a business agreement. So interchangeably we use these two words, contract account, business agreement. So don't get confused with those words. The name itself is saying it's an agreement. That means your utility company is going to set up an agreement with the customer or a business partner for the selected services. Sometimes you don't need to have a service, but you can have an agreement. In that, your contract account will have a business agreement, right? Agreements in the sense your tolerance limit, your payment plan, like payment plan in the sense your payment details, due date, your taxation, all that information we are going to hold as part of your contract account. And simply speaking, tolerance limit, clearing category, payment terms, account determination ID, invoice checking group, bill print, company code information, tax information, incoming payment methods, outgoing payment methods, tax exemptions, dunning and collections, document postings, document restrictions. There are so much of agreement, I mean detailed agreement we're going to have it and that agreement is called contract account. The next one is called contract. Contract is an agreement for a specific service. That means if your utility company is providing more than one service, we'll have a contract for each service. In a simple relation, as many installations you create, those many contracts will be created. Because I think we already discussed about technical master data, right? In the technical master data, we have connection object, premise, installation, device location, and a device. Connection object and a premise together, we call it as a service address, and service address will have installations, and each installation represents a service. Service in the sense, one installation for electricity, one installation for gas, one installation for water, one installation for waste management. So the relation again, as many installations you have, those many contracts will be created. That is the relationship between your business BMD, business master data, and commercial master data. Okay, I'll take a break today, and then Monday we'll continue with creation of a business partner